Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm doing Chapter 18 of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. So, for those of you who didn't read the book, which is probably at least 99% of you, my chapter it's the part of the movie where the whale and the petunias fall out of the sky and represent sex. That's why I'm in my car right now, because I'm afraid if I'm in the house talking about this that my dad will judge me and call Mr. Newman. Well, this chapter, at the end of 17, the Magrathea, or however you say it, they fire missiles at the Heart of Gold. Everyone's gonna die. They're doomed. They're freaking out. And Arthur gets this idea, let's press the improbability drive button and maybe we'll be saved. Awesome. So Arthur presses that button, then chapter 18 kind of starts, and the effects of it, like everything in the room changed, like all the furniture, awesome. It represents all this stuff. There's earthy colors. It kind of represents earth, I guess. And there's a staircase in the center of the room, and it represents how everyone kind of sees sex as this great thing, and it's the climb. Let's get there. Let's have sex. And then you get there, you get to the top of the stairs, and oh, great, I just had sex. But there's nothing there, and you didn't really achieve your life purpose by having sex with whoever, and you didn't achieve anything, and that's why the stairs don't lead to anything. They just lead to air, and congratulations, you made it jump off the stairs and die, because that's as far as you're going to get in life, because you thought that sex was your way to success, and it's not. Sorry to break it to you, or whatever. And anyway, and the missiles that the improbability drive thing, and the missiles that were gonna kill them all, the missiles turned into a sperm whale and a bowl of petunias. This represents a boy and a girl, or parts, maybe, just the female and male mind during sex. Anything you really want it to be that distinguishes a male and female about sex, I guess. And so Douglas Adams sees how humanity has turned sex into a weapon, so he turns a weapon, the missiles, into sex. Well, it's kind of vice versa thing, I guess. Well, he feels like humanity's turned sex into a weapon because boys go around and they're like, yeah, I had sex this weekend, yeah, 10 points me. And they compare and they're like, she wants to make petunias with me, and everyone's like, yeah, man, awesome, go for it. You should go for it, because that makes you a man, and your worth is defined by how many girls will sleep with you, and you will only be successful if a million will. So you keep heading toward your dream, and you do you, man. You just do what makes you happy. But girls aren't even that much better. Girls walk around like, how can I use my body to manipulate that boy to do what I want? People use sex as a weapon because they think it defines them. There's that whole, like, it's what's on the inside that counts, but no one really goes by that. It's boys go by, like, it's how much I can have sex that counts, and girls go by, like, it's how many boys want to have sex with me that counts. Whatever. Anyway, so the whale, in its graceless plummet to earth, it's freaking out, and this obviously represents the boy because it's big and awkward and just, I don't know. I think this is also kind of a play on how, like, boys think if they're big and muscular that more girls will love them, but the whale's all big and huge, but it can't even move its tail hardly, and it's just stupid. Well, so the whale is falling because of gravity. Apparently there's gravity in this spatial zone suddenly for whatever reason. The whale is plummeting to Earth. Or not to Earth, to Magrathea or whatever. And the whale's freaking out, and it's having this intense conversation with itself, and it's like, oh my god, what do I even do? This is so neat. I am in, what's going on? I have this intense feeling in my stomach. I don't know what to explain. What's going on? This is the best day of my whole life. Who am I? What am I? Why am I here? Why is life so beautiful? I feel so intense. I don't know how to approach it. What's going on? This is kind of like boy during sex, with the whole freaking out mentally, like, okay, back to the, I've just discovered life's purpose. Everything makes sense now. Everyone wants to be me. I'm wonderful. Oh, everything's great. And oh, what is that? Something's coming on very intensely. Is this the ground? Why is the ground doing this? Oh, this is all happening so fast. I don't know what to do. The ground isn't going to be friends with me. Wet thud, and the whale is dead. And this death could kind of explain how boys think after sex that they're suddenly Jesus or something, or it could represent that boys still die with that same mentality, in my opinion. And then the petunias are falling to earth, and the petunias are like over it. They give no cares. So as the petunias are falling to earth, they're just like I think the quote is, the petunias say, like as they're falling, is like, ugh, not again. Which could either represent how girls kind of get annoyed at boys' arrogance, or it could be like how when girls get that attention from men, they act like they don't enjoy it, but they do. I kind of think it could go either way. And when the petunias hit the ground, they don't hit with a wet thud because they're not wet like the whale. They hit, and I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the pot is made, or the bowl of petunias is made out of like glass or clay or something, so it shatters. And I think that could represent like girls' fragile emotions and how they just can go into psycho mode really easy, especially about things like sex. And one minute they're not offended, and the next they are, and now we're all freaking out. And then the boy doesn't know what to do because he's like, "What? Whale and petunias? I thought we were in love. I thought I was Jesus now." And then the girl's like, "No, you're not." So I think that's definitely what that symbolizes. Just the main rhetoric in the chapter is Douglas Adams, like his awareness and amusement on the human feelings about sex. Like he knows how they feel about it, and he's kind of poking fun at it. And a lot of people watch the movie and they laugh and they think it's hilarious and everything, but they kind of fall into the same category. So, and I think another thing, like how the room changed to look like Earth or whatever, and then the sex thing happens. Someone famous quoted one time, like, everything in this world is about sex. And that's kind of how humanity treats it, at least in the United States. Because in Britain, they're not that much into sexual humor, especially if it's vulgar, they're not into that. They like this Whale and Petunia stuff where it's more like underlying irony and literary terms and stuff that you have to fit in the symbolism. But here we're like, sex! So that's kind of how the humor differs there. And I feel like this chapter was mainly like British humor, though Americans find it funny. I wasn't laughing when I read the chapter or when I saw the movie, but I think a lot of British people probably thought it was hysterical. So, yeah, chapter 18. Hope this helped.